Hey guys, Craig Severinsen with Brightworks PR and Marketing here, and we're here for your action chat. This is what we do every day at 10 a.m. Central to help you grow a 6 or 7 figure business, just a massively successful business. We work together and we go through all the different steps you need to be able to do that. Love to have you join us live, ask questions, leave comments. We'll get back to you. Today I want to talk about networking. Lots of times I hear from people that they hate networking, and when we really dig into it, the comments that I hear or the reasons why people don't like it, they say mostly because it feels awkward or, slimy, sleazy, pushy. All those kind of negative connotations come out when we're talking about networking. But when you do networking correctly, it doesn't have to be like that. In fact, if it feels like that, you're probably doing it wrong. So before we get to that, let me start here. If you don't like networking, if you just don't want to do it, that's okay. You don't have to be a networker to have a successful business. There are a million different marketing tactics out there. Seriously, there's like a million. And you don't have to do them all. Most of them work. Almost all of them work if you do them correctly. So the trick is not to find, the right marketing tactic and you have to do networking or you have to do whatever it is. No, the trick is to find the ones that you like, that work well for your business. And lots of times, especially when you're a solo entrepreneur, if it doesn't mix well with your personality, then you're not going to be able to do it at a level that's going to get results for you. So don't feel like you're trapped into networking. But the reason why everyone talks about networking is because you can get clients very quickly through networking. And the reason why is very simple. Before someone purchases from you, before they become your client, you have to grow what's called your know, like, trust factor. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's how much somebody knows, likes, and trusts you. In a networking situation, you can grow that know, like, trust factor very quickly because there's face-to-face interaction, there's talking, there's, it's just that environment really creates an opportunity for you to grow that know, like, trust factor. Versus other tactics, they're not as personal, they don't do it as quickly. So the probability of you landing a client really increases if you can do networking correctly. Or even if you just, honestly, if you do networking poorly, like you're a really bad networker, but you go to the right places and you talk to 1 or 2 people, it'll probably still work for you. That's how powerful it is. So let's talk about how you use networking. If you decide you want to use it, how do you do it so that people respond to you and so that you get clients? Well, first off, networking is all about your attitude. Okay? You can't go into a networking situation and be like, I am going to get 1 million clients and everyone in this room is going to sign up for my services today. I mean, it's good to have goals. It's good to have the intention to sell, but really your attitude and your whole person should be about giving as much as you can, helping as much as you can. And through that attitude of giving, you actually attract people to you. So that's the first thing, is make sure that you have an attitude of giving. Second, you need to make sure you go to networking events that your clients actually attend. Okay? If you work with, I don't know, real estate agents, and you go to a networking event where there's no real estate agents, let's say you go to an accounting, like some sort of accountants meetup group, well, that's not going to do any good because your clients aren't there, right? Now, that seems very cut and dry, of course. No, if you work with real estate agents, why would you go to an accounting meetup? Well, okay, here's the thing, though, is we do this all the time. We go to these meetup groups or to these networking events because we're supposed to go networking, but we don't actually put in the time to figure out if our clients are going to be there or not. And then we show up, our clients aren't there. We don't even connect the dots that our clients aren't there. And then we say, networking doesn't work. Networking's awful. I hate it so much. I never get any clients. Well, you're going to the wrong place. Of course it doesn't work. So the second thing is to make sure that your clients go to the networking event that you're attending. So if we stick with that same example of real estate agents, go to, real estate agent meetups, or to real estate investing classes, or something along those lines. You're gonna find places where real estate agents naturally hang out. But that goes for any client. If you work with professional women, go to a professional women's meetup. If you work with parents, don't go to business networking events. Go find parent hubs where parents meet up, parenting groups, or schools, places where people actually are, the PTA meetings, right? Rule number 2, make sure that your clients actually go to the networking event that you're attending. And then rule number 3 is to be the follow-up master, okay? I like to say something that people find a little controversial, and that is, you do not need business cards to succeed in business. They're nice to have, but you don't need them. What you need to do is get everybody else's business cards so that you can follow up. You are the one that's in control. You want to be the one that is giving them a call to get them moving to the next step, because if you leave it in their court, odds are that they're not going to get back to you, right? So you want to make sure that you give a lot of attention to follow up. You will be the master follow up. And there's a range of, some people say it takes like 10 touches. Some people say it takes like 17 touches or 21 touches, but somewhere in the range between like 7 and 12 is where I live. So let's say it's about 10 touches before somebody makes a purchase. That means you have got to contact somebody 10 times before you can make a sale. And that's part of that know, like, trust factor. It's got to build, and they've got to have some interaction with you. So if you can increase that by, you go to a networking event, you get their card, you meet them there, and then you add them on LinkedIn, you send them a message, thanks for connecting, you tweet at them, you send them an email, you give them a call, all these touches are helping build that know, like, trust factor. But you have got to keep the ball in your court. Don't put the responsibility on them to reach out to you, because if the service you provide is solving a problem that they want solved bad enough, then maybe they'll reach out to you. But most of our clients are on the fence. They're lukewarm. You've got to warm them up. So you've got to be the king or queen of networking follow-up. Okay, so I didn't actually intend this to be like a 3 rules thing, but we landed at 3 really good rules, didn't we? So the first was make sure you have an attitude of giving. Second was ensure that your clients are actually at the event you're going to. And then the third one was be the follow-up master. If you do those 3 things, networking will work for you. Okay, and again, you don't have to do networking if you don't want to, but if you choose to do networking, it can work for you, and it can work very quickly. That's the magic of networking, and that's why everyone talks about it. And honestly, you can do it a little sloppily and still get really good results. And that's why everyone's like, oh, you got to go networking, you got to go networking, you got to go networking. Yeah, okay, I agree, because you can be a little bit sloppy at it, you can still get really good results. But follow those 3 rules if you want success, if you want to make the most of it. And then as you do it, commit to that marketing tactic. And the deeper you get with it, the more masterful you get at networking. Maybe even you start your own networking group to attract your ideal clients. The more you do these things, the more robust networking becomes for you, until it's the only thing you need to do to market your business, right? Marketing is like digging a well. You need to focus on one tactic. I'm doing this because the well where I live is softball size, right? So you got to do one tactic, and you got to go deep, 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 deep until you hit the spring of clients, and clients just start coming out. If you dig a bunch of little holes in your yard, you're never going to reach water. It's the same with getting clients. If you try a bunch of different marketing tactics, your time and attention is going to be too split, and you're never going to reach the water, which is the clients. You got to focus on 1 to 3. And just go as deep as you can. So if networking is one you want to explore, go give it a shot. Take some fast focus, imperfect action. Go see if you like it. And if you do, make it your thing. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I would love to see your comments below, and I will respond to them. I will use your questions for future videos, so make sure you ask questions. Until next time, Go take some fast, focused, imperfect action. You got this. I believe in you. See you later.